Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is RXYSV2. Today, we're going to be learning about the NRL ladder predictor. I'm joined by Entertain House here. He's going to help me with it. Yeah, this is new. I haven't really been doing this, so if you want to know what happens, let's get started.
All right, so let's get into round 16 here. So, people will be able to see this on the screen for you. So, round 16, obviously the first game, Roosters Storm. Who are you going with? Now, remember that your tips could change.
Yeah.
Based on this ladder predictor, you could then say in 2 weeks that I think that the Storm will win, and you could tip the Roosters right now.
Yeah.
So, this isn't RXYS2's actual tip for the season. Just like when I do mine, it won't be that. So, Roosters Storm, who are we going with?
Okay, so in this one here, Storm have been in really good form. Plus the Roosters, I've seen them grown like last year and the year before. I'm just gonna say this one's gonna be a hard game. Is this gonna be turned out? But I'm gonna go with the Storm here. I just reckon they are a really top team, so solid team, and they've been improving so much. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Melbourne Storm on this one.
Okay, second game is the New Zealand Warriors and the St. George Illawarra Dragons.
Oh.
So this game is at the Central Coast. Who are you going with and why? 11th versus 7th.
Okay, so the Dragons haven't been really on top of their form lately. They have been struggling due to injuries and suspensions, stuff like that. With the Warriors, though, I do see them getting to their form, but I just have to think how the way they are really playing their form. I just reckon the Warriors. Yeah, right, they are good.
Next one. Awesome clash. Unfortunately, we won't be there. It's a sellout. I'm very frustrated. I want to go to this game. I'll do everything in my power. Panthers, they're in second. Up against third, they're Western Sydney rivals, our Parramatta Eels. Okay. At Penrith, who wins it? Game of the year.
Oh, this one's going to be a tough one. I do see the Panthers going for it, but I just reckon the Eels, our Parramatta Eels, will definitely go for it, but I reckon by a couple of points, but I reckon the Eels mostly.
The Eels will win. Oh, I love it. All right. Bulldogs and the Sea Eagles. They've been playing some good footy, man.
Yeah, they have been playing some good footy. I've seen them improving. They have been improving right from the start. I just reckon the Manly Sea Eagles will get the job done by an easy target.
Short price favourites there. Canberra Stadium for Raiders versus Titans. Interesting game, this one. Both teams obviously below expectations at the moment. Who would you say?
I would say the Raiders have been on top of their form, but the Titans, they've been really struggling, but I reckon they'll get on the top of their form in the later of the season. So I reckon the Titans have their mark. I reckon the Titans will get their job done.
Titans get the win in Canberra. Okay, so the Knights and the Cowboys, 10th versus 13.
Oh, I do see this one. The Knights have been really struggling this year with so many injuries, but since Mitchell Pearce has came back, I have seen the Cowboys really getting this. I don't know how you say it, but the Cowboys have been really on top of their form, but I just see the Knights only just getting there by a couple of margins.
We'll forget about the margin for now. We'll just do the head-to-heads.
Yeah.
So we'll go the Broncos and the Sharks at Brisbane. Broncos, can they get off the bottom of the ladder?
Oh, I don't know about this one. The Broncos, as I said before about the Bulldogs, that's just another one that I don't really like. The Broncos, they haven't been really on top of their form. They're just struggling with, I'd say, injuries, coaching staff, and the Sharks. They just really good. But since Chad Townsend is going to leave, but I didn't really think that the Sharks are really gone on top of their form, but I reckon the Sharks will get it only by a couple.
All right, and the final game of the round at Leichhardt, I'll be at this one. West Tigers up against the Rabbitohs. This will be after Origin, so some Rabbitohs could be rested.
Oh, yeah, definitely, most certainly. The Rabbitohs, they have been really good so far, with Dane Gagai, Latrell Mitchell, Adam Reynolds, Cody Walker, you name it, with so many players, good players there. With obviously the West Tigers, they have been really good on their form, but unfortunately, though, I just see the Rabbitohs, getting the job done here.
So there you go. They're round 16 for you. Let's move into round 17. We'll try and keep these short and simple. So you don't have to talk about the hype because it's probably the previous round. So
Yeah.
let's get quicker into it. We've got
Yeah.
plenty of games to go through. Raiders Manly at Manly. Who do you like?
Oh, I'm gonna have to say, I reckon the Raiders here.
The Raiders for the upset. Don't mind that one. Rabbitohs and the Cowboys. This one's at ANZ Stadium Australia.
I reckon real tough one. I'm gonna go with the Rabbitohs.
Rabbitohs there. They move into
100%.
second place, dropping Parramatta into fourth. Canterbury Bulldogs up against the Roosters at Bankwest Stadium.
Real tight here. I'm gonna have to say the Roosters.
The Roosters. There you go. The Roosters there. We've only got 5 games this round, or 4 games. There you go. 5 or 4. I can't count for some reason. 4. Yeah,
There's
4.
last one.
Last one is the Sharks and the Warriors at Cogra. Interesting game.
Hey, interesting game, real interesting. But I'm going to go with the Warriors.
Warriors
My
to
Warriors
end the
here.
Sharks streak. They would go 5 in a row based on your tips. So interesting there. Titans and the Eels. The Titans at home.
Oh, I don't know about this one. Real tight here. Titans have been really good, but the Eels for me.
Parramatta moving back into second place. Manly Seagulls and the Dragons. Well, the Dragons beat them earlier in the year without Tom Trbojevic. Dragons fighting for that top 8 spot. They're sitting in 9th.
Yeah, I just
Who
have a
wins?
gut feeling. I just reckon Dragons.
Dragons. They're in 7th. All right, Canberra Raiders and the Cronulla Sharks. Both these teams need a win. Depending on the current situation as well, if you want to come with me, I haven't told you this yet, I will probably be at this game. So if you can on a trip to Canberra, I might come
I don't know about this one. The Raiders have been really good. Sharks, not sure. Oh, I'm going to go with the Raiders. 100%.
One step closer to the top 8 for Canberra. North Queensland Cowboys at home against the Roosters. At Magic Round, they're beaten, but they were pretty good for the most part. Roosters, maybe this will be around Origin 3. So you could be missing Crichton, you could be missing Tedesco. Cowboys might be missing Holmes and Felt. Can the Cowboys pull off an upset?
I reckon not by any chance.
So Roosters.
I'm going to go with the Roosters.
The Roosters.
Unfortunately.
Storm and Knights. This is also up to Origin. Could be without Addo-Carr. You could be without Munster. Caleb Ponga, I'm not sure about his injury, so Daniel Saifidi could be out.
I'm going to have to say the Newcastle Knights for me.
Oh, the Knights for a huge upset. Is that your upset of the year?
I reckon it's the upset of the year for this one.
Upset of the year at Amy Park if we get down there. Warriors and Panthers. This one's at Central Coast Stadium. What do you think?
Oh, I'm going to have to go with Panthers. Panthers are too strong.
Moving in from 4th to 2nd, the Penrith Panthers. Brisbane Broncos versus West Tigers, 16th versus 14th. In Brisbane, the Broncos need to win a game. Is this the game they win?
I reckon definitely for sure.
They win.
Broncos.
Broncos moving from Wooden Spoon back into 15th, pushing the Doggies down. The Rabbitohs against the Doggies. Now, they'll be without Damien Cook here. They'll probably be without Latrell Mitchell. Doggies full strength. Can the Doggies get over the top of them?
I'm going to have to say the Dogs.
The Dogs pushing the Broncos back to the Wooden Spoon. Unlucky. All right. So let's move into round 19. Parramatta Eels versus the Canberra Raiders. Will you be at this game?
I'm not too sure about this one. I reckon I will be at this game. I would say 50%. But for me, I'm going to go with the Eels.
Parramatta moving into first position on the NRL ladder. How excited does that make you?
100% excited.
Roosters versus Knights at the SCG. Roosters will probably get their stars back. Knights apparently coming off a confidence win against Melbourne.
I just have a gut feeling about this one. Simple for me. I'm going to go with the Roosters.
Roosters. Okay, let's go into the Cowboys and the Storm. The Storm will be filthy if they lose to the Newcastle Knights. The Cowboys, they haven't won a game in a while. They're sitting in 12th, so this is a must-win game for them. Who wins it?
I reckon I'm going to go with the Storm.
The Storm.
I just can't say
Back into
anything
first.
against them.
New Zealand Warriors face the Rabbitohs. This game is being played at the Sunshine Coast. Who's your tip?
I'm going to have to say for this one, I'm going to go with the Warriors.
The Warriors. Do they find themselves in the top 8? They sure do. They're in 7th place. All right, the next game sees at the Central Coast Stadium. I'll probably be at this one.
Definitely for me.
Sea Eagles versus the West Tigers.
I'm going to go with Manly Sea Eagles in this one.
Manly Sea Eagles. Penrith Panthers face the Brisbane Broncos at Penrith. Penrith by 50.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Penrith. Yeah, definitely.
St. George Illawarra versus the Titans at Cogra. Interesting game.
Oh, interesting. Pretty interesting. Titans are a really good team, but Dragons are. This one's a tight one, but I'm going to go with the Titans.
The Titans to get a job are done. Okay. Bulldogs and the Sharks. Now, the Bulldogs beat the Sharks earlier in the year at Cogra. It was a home game for them. For the Sharks. This game is at Bank West. Do you see the Bulldogs beating the Sharks?
Okay. I reckon maybe a little bit of upset here by the Sharks. I'm going to go with the Sharks in this one.
Sharks for this one. Sharks find themselves in the top 8. Moving into the final 5 rounds of rugby league, we've got the Roosters and the Parramatta Eels. Who are you going with?
Okay. Usually I have to say this, but usually the Roosters have bad things against us, but I'm going to go with my heart on this one. The Parramatta Eels on this one.
Parramatta Eels. Moving into first on the ladder. West Tigers versus the Warriors at Bankwest Stadium.
Real simple. Real tough. The Tigers for me.
The Tigers. Oh, I don't mind that one. Broncos and Cowboys. Queensland rivalry at Suncorp. The Cowboys beat them earlier in the year. Will the Broncos get the revenge?
Okay. Yes, I did see this one. I heard about this one. Real simple. Absolutely tough. I'm going to go with the Broncos.
The Broncos to beat their rivals and move into 15. St. George Illawarra versus the Rabbitohs. Now, this will be interesting. Jacob Host will be up against his old club.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
The Dragons, if they're still in the top 8, they'll be fighting hard to stay there, while the Rabbitohs will want to be staying in top 4. Well, I think this will be a really interesting game. It'll be a good game. I'd like to get down, but it's at Wollongong. So, who are you going with?
Simple for me. Oh, I'm going to have to go with the Dragons.
The Dragons, must-win game for them. They move into 7th place. Newcastle Knights and the Canberra Raiders. Raiders led the Knights at half-time like they've done plenty of times this year, and they lost.
Don't like this game. It's just crucial, real crucial. But I'm going to have to go with the Raiders on this one.
Raiders find themselves in 9th position. What about this game? What a mouth-watering game. Saturday, July 31. Mark your calendar, 2nd versus 3rd. Melbourne versus Penrith. Grand final rematch.
Yes.
Who wins it?
This one here, I'm going to have to go with the Panthers.
The Panthers into first on the NRL ladder.
Yeah.
Bulldogs and Titans.
For this one here, the Titans. Yeah, right Titans.
Sharks and the Sea Eagles. Sea Eagles have a very impressive record against the Sharks, but they're in the top 8 and they want to stay there.
Oh, yeah, most certainly. But this one will be real simple. I'm going to have to go with Sharks.
Sharks. Round 21. First game sees the Knights and the Broncos. Bit of a bloodshy game there at Newcastle. Who wins it?
I'm going to have to say, I'm going to go with Newcastle Knights.
Newcastle Knights moving into 11. Canberra Raiders versus Dragons. Well, they played out a really good clash the other day. Really good game at win. 22-20 to the Dragons. Do the Raiders get revenge at home? Or do the Dragons stay one close to the 8?
To be honest, I'm going to have to go with the revenge in this one. I'm going to go with the Raiders.
Raiders for revenge at home. Does that get them in the top 8? It sure does. They're in 8th position. Dragons outside the 8 with the Warriors knocking on their tail. Parramatta Eels versus South Sydney Rabbitohs. Rabbitohs flogged us earlier in the year. I'm not going to lie. They flogged us. They've done it 3 times in a row now. It's going to be a very tough game.
Yes, very tough game in this one. I'm just going to say, I reckon Eels, but only by a couple of points.
They're going to go Parramatta there.
I'm not expecting a big one here.
Moving into first on the ladder if we can win that one. Warriors and the Sharks at Central Coast Stadium.
I'm going to have to say in this one, I'm going to go with the Warriors.
Warriors in 9th position. Another interesting game. Sydney Roosters versus Panthers. They could get some of their troops back from injury. Yeah. They could really compete with this team and push for the top 4, the Roosters.
Oh, 100%. Because Roosters are a third team. Like, they're really solid team, hard team. I'm 100% going to go with Panthers.
Panthers. Do they move into first? They do. I'm going to be at this game. I think this is a potential, I'm not saying it is, but potential grand final preview. Melbourne Storm versus Manly Sea Eagles. This has a rivalry.
Yes.
It's going to be so good.
100%. I heard this It's going to be one hell of a show. This one here, I'm going to go with the Storm.
The Storm to win. All right. Bulldogs and Tigers. Spoon Bowl.
Oh, 100%. Usually the Bulldogs don't really get the job done like other teams, but I reckon Tigers.
Tigers at Belmore. It's at Belmore. Bulldogs home ground. Still Tigers?
Yes.
All right. Titans and the Cowboys. Titans, this is a must-win game for them. They're currently sitting on 16 points. They can definitely still make finals football, but they're going to need to get some wins on the board.
Oh, yeah.
Can they beat the Cowboys?
Oh, 100%. I reckon Titans will win this.
Titans to win this and move into 11th. Must win for them. Okay, well, let's move into round 22. You've got the Storm and the Raiders. This one's at Amy Park. Good start by the Raiders last time these two teams met, but the Storm ran away with it by a big scoreline.
I reckon I'm going to go with Storm. Simple
Storm
one.
to win this game and move back into first on the NRL ladder. Storm, Panthers, and Eels all tied on 34 points. Dragons and the Panthers. Dragons, they have slipped into 10th. Panthers in second. Dragons fans in Wollongong.
Oh, this game's going to be real tough, real hard, but I'm going to go with Dragons. I see an upset here. I see an upset here.
Dragons in the top 8 and the Panthers in second. Wow, I didn't see that one coming. Brisbane Broncos at home versus the Sydney Roosters.
Oh, this one going to be a real bludger. Usually the Roosters are good at Broncos home game. I'm going to have to say I'm going to go with Roosters.
Roosters into fourth. They're into fourth position on the NRL ladder. Rabbitohs on their tail with Manly on 22 points. Okay, the Rabbitohs and the Titans. Will you be at this one? Central Coast Stadium.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Usually the Rabbitohs home game. I'm going to go with Rabbits.
Rabbits here. So Titans probably missing out on finals at this point. North Queensland Cowboys. They have fallen from hell into 14th position up against the West Tigers. Cowboys at home. Who wins it?
I do see this game being a real tough game. But, yeah, Cowboys, I do see.
Cowboys to win, pushing the Tigers into 14th. Hard game for us. Manly Seagulls versus the Parramatta Eels in Manly.
Okay, I'm just going to have to say, when us two did a vlog at Manly, this game was just
a blowout.
Yeah, a real blowout, real embarrassed. I felt real embarrassed. I'm going to see the Eels.
The Eels.
Only by a couple of points here. I do see it.
All right.
I do see it.
Next game. Warriors versus Bulldogs.
Oh, this game is going to be real simple. I reckon one average game of football. Warriors for me.
Warriors. Bulldogs almost wrapping up that spoon now with 2 wins outside of any other team. Sharks versus Knights. Now, Sharks are sitting outside the 8. Knights are on 18, so they can still make finals.
I was just going to have to say, sorry. Oh, God. Real bludger for me. Knights. I'm going to go with Knights.
Knights. 1 step closer to the top 8.
Yeah.
1 win outside the 8. Final 3 rounds. Titans versus Storm. Titans at home.
Usually the Storm have been like good against the Titans. Like they has been smashing them. I heard about this. Yeah, I'm just going to say Storm for this
Moving
one.
into first on the NRL ladder. Raiders versus Manly. Raiders sitting in 9th. They could knock the Dragons or the Warriors out.
Yeah.
Manly Seagulls lost to the Parramatta Eels apparently. So
I'm just going to say the Raiders for me.
the Raiders moving into 8th position. Dragons out of the 8 at this point. This is a good game. If the Rabbitohs turn up and bring a clash rather than what they did last time, this could be good. Panthers at home against the Rabbitohs.
This one's going to be one hell of a game. Real hard game. Real tight. I'm a bit against you, and I'm going to go with Panthers.
The Panthers here. Okay. They're in 2nd. Rabbitohs in 4th. West Tigers up against the Cronulla Sharks. Scully Park. This one's in Tamworth.
I do see this one be real tough, but since Tigers, I reckon the Sharks.
Sharks into 9th position. Canterbury Bulldogs up against the Newcastle Knights. Can the Bulldogs win another game this season?
Oh, this one's going to be a real hell
They've got a
of
good record against the Knights.
yeah, I'm just going to have to say. But I reckon, from my point of view, I'm going to go with Knights.
Knights. Okay, Knights in 10th position. Dragons fall from hell into 11th. Titans coming for that top 8 position as well, very slowly if they can win their next couple games. Parramatta Eels versus North Queensland Cowboys at Bank West. I probably won't be at this game. It's my mate's 21st. Who do you think will win this one? Interesting
Okay,
game.
usually I heard that we go good against the Cowboys, so I'm going to go with the Eels. Real simple one here.
Mate, you're not tipping a loss for us at all, are you?
No.
All right, Dragons versus the Roosters at Cogra.
Oh,
Must win for the Dragons.
heard this one was really good. Real tight, real hard. I'm going to go with Roosters.
Roosters moving into the top 4. Broncos at home against the Warriors, Sunday, 4 o'clock.
Real tight. As I said, I'm going to go with Broncos.
Broncos at home to be too good in that one. Final 2 rounds now. Obviously, the Bulldogs, the Broncos, Tigers, and Cowboys all cannot make the NRL's top 8. We do have these teams, however, fighting it out. So let's do it. Newcastle Knights versus the Gold Coast Titans.
Oh, this one's going to be real tough. But yeah, usually the Knights are a really good team.
Knights.
I'm going to go with Knights in this one.
Knights moving into 6th. What a jump. Look at that.
What a
They
jump.
go from 10th to 6th. Crazy. New Zealand Warriors versus the Canberra Raiders.
Oh, this one.
At Central Coast.
I'm going to go with Raiders.
Raiders moving into 6th after the season from hell. 11 and 12 so far. Roosters versus Rabbitohs. Fantastic match.
Fantastic game in this one. I'm going to have to say, I reckon Roosters.
Roosters moving. Oh, they're still in 4th, sorry. Dragons versus Cowboys at Wollongong.
Oh, I'm going to go with Dragons.
Dragons moving into 9th. Sharks versus Broncos.
This one's going to be a real hard of a game.
And the Bronx go back-to-back wins.
Oh. I'm a bit against you again. I'm going to go with Sharks.
Sharks here into 7th spot. Storm and Eels. Mate at Melbourne. I think we both know the answer to that one.
Yeah.
We're going with the Storm.
Yes.
There we go. Parramatta's first loss in a long time. Manly Seagulls versus Bulldogs.
Ooh.
Doggies need to win a game. They're going to win another game for sure.
You read my mind, mate. I'm going to go with Bulldogs.
Bulldogs here. Okay. Seagulls out of the top 8. Man. Crazy. Penrith Panthers and West Tigers.
Oh. Heard that usually West Tigers at games. I see a lot of Tigers fans in this one. But unfortunately, I'm going to go with Panthers.
Panthers moving into 2nd. Let's get into the final round. Now, is there any teams we can eliminate? Gold Coast Titans, Cowboys, Tigers, Broncos, Dogs. And to be honest, the Broncos can still get the wooden spoon if the Bulldogs are to win this round. So, Raiders or Roosters?
Oh. Tough decision here. Real tough decision. Real 2 tough teams here. I'm going to go with Raiders.
Raiders. All right. Sharks versus Storm.
Oh, no, this one.
Storm.
Definitely the Storm.
Well, the Storm have now pretty much wrapped up that minor premiership, I think. Eels versus Panthers at Bank West. I can't wait for this game.
Yeah, I can't
Going
wait.
into finals is a huge test, just like Manly a few years back.
And exactly. Usually we go good, sometimes bad. But
so if Penrith win this, oh no, they're not minor premiers. They're in 2nd.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Eels.
The Eels finishing in 2nd, Panthers in 3rd in the regular season. Brisbane Broncos and the Newcastle Knights. Knights probably have to win this to make the top 8, whereas the Broncos will be fighting to avoid a wooden spoon.
Usually, I would say the Knights are a really good team in this one, but since I reckon it'll be a boring game, I'm just going to have to say the Broncos.
The Broncos. So that means that the Bulldogs are definitely getting the wooden spoon. That's your opinion?
Yeah.
All right. Cowboys versus Manly. Must-win game for Manly.
I'm just going to say this one, real tough decision. I'm definitely tipping Manly.
Manly moving into 7th. Rabbitohs and the Dragons. Dragons sitting in 10th. Win this game, they're in the 8th. Rabbits sitting in 5th. Win this game, they stay out of the top 4.
I reckon this one I'm going to go with Dragons.
Dragons in the top 8 there. Gold Coast Titans versus the Warriors. Neither of these teams, I believe, can make finals. Let me just check that. Yeah, no.
I'd say usually these two sides really clash really good, but it's a hard decision in this one. I'm going to go with Titans.
Titans in that game. And the final game of the NRL regular season. This is my probably predicted spoon bowl. West Tigers, Canterbury Bulldogs. Can the Bulldogs send off their season with one final win for the fans? Or will the Tigers finish in, let's say, 12th or 13th? 13th. Doggies getting the spoon either way. Can they give their fans some dignity?
I just think since Tigers at home, I'm going to go with Bulldogs.
Yeah, Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs get the wooden spoon. So, guys, the Bulldogs, Broncos, Tigers, Cowboys, Titans, Warriors, Knights, and Sharks make his bottom 8. You ready for some finals footy?
100%.
Week 1 of the finals sees the Melbourne Storm up against the Sydney Roosters, first versus fourth. This game is being played at Amy Park. Winner gets a week off.
Yeah, 100%. Now, this one's going to be real tough. Usually these two sides unevenly even. I'm going to say this one here, I'm going to go with Storm.
Storm at home, too good. Elimination 1 sees the Rabbitohs versus the Dragons. The loser goes home.
Oh, 100%.
Whose season comes crashing down?
Oh. I'm going to say the Rabbitohs.
The Rabbitohs win or lose?
Oh, I reckon I'm going to go with the Dragons on this one. I reckon they'll win.
The Dragons will win. Oh, the Dragons will knock the Rabbitohs out. Okay. Canberra Raiders versus Manly Seagulls. Fantastic matchup. The Raiders are at home, but the Seagulls, they have nothing to lose. A fit Tom Trbojevic, let's say it at this point, have been good this season. They've made the 8. No one expected them to. Can they beat the Raiders?
I know. Real tough decision based on this one. If Tom Trbojevic is going to be in this one, going up against whoever is going to be in fullback.
Yeah, probably Bailey Simonson versus Tom Trbojevic.
I'm going to go with Manly.
Manly, too good. Raiders, you made it in 6th spot after a bad start to the season, but fantastic effort. And then this one, mouth-watering stuff at Bankwest Stadium. The Parramatta Eels up against the Penrith Panthers, a home final.
Ooh.
Can't wait.
This one's going to be a mouth-watering game. As I said, before.
But just remember, both of these teams played each other the week prior.
Yeah.
And Parramatta won at Bankwest. This game is at Bankwest.
Oh.
Panthers are the threat of the league, but who wins it?
This one's going to be real tough. As I said, for the Storm and Roosters, I reckon I'm going to go with the Eels.
Eels to win and get through to the prelim.
100%.
Week 2, Roosters versus Dragons, 4th versus 8th. I bet no one expected the Dragons to be in week 2 of the finals. Here they are. Can they knock off the Roosters?
Oh, I don't know. Real tough decision. I reckon Roosters.
Roosters to finish off the Dragons season. Penrith Panthers up against the Seagulls. Penrith have been great all year, but Manly and a fit Tommy.
Oh,
that's a great game.
But still, Manly have been real solid, real tough. Still with a couple of injuries, still with difficulties. I reckon Panthers will be too solid and real tough to beat the Manly Seagulls.
So Roosters and Panthers to advance to prelims?
Yeah.
All right. Melbourne Storm versus Penrith Panthers, a grand final rematch. The winner gets in the grand final. The loser, their season's finished. First versus third. Who makes it into the NRL 2021 grand final?
I'm just going to have to say, as I mentioned before about this one, I'm going to see the Panthers.
The Panthers. All right. Don't get your biased here. Don't go Parramatta just because you
No.
go for them.
No,
Think
no,
about
no.
this game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Second versus fourth.
Oh.
The Parramatta Eels, who have won 20 games and lost 4. The Sydney Roosters, who have won 15 games and lost 9. The Roosters in fourth, the Eels in second. Being played probably ANZ Australia, ANZ Stadium, which gives the Roosters the advantage.
Oh.
Do Parramatta play Penrith in the grand final?
I don't know. Yeah. I just have a gut feeling this one. Real tough. I'm going to go with the Eels.
Gonna go with the Eels.
I'm not going to.
So your
So-
grand final for 2021 sees the Penrith Panthers up against the Parramatta Eels. A Western Sydney rivalry grand final for the ages between two competing teams all year.
I'll just have it.
Who's going to lift that premiership trophy? The Penrith Panthers, for my opinion, they need to win one to lose. They need to lose one to win one.
Yeah.
That's what they did last year. Do the Penrith Panthers win the premiership, or do the Eels break the drought?
To be honest, I will think the Eels will make it tough. Panthers will make it tough. But I just reckon the Parramatta Eels.
You reckon it's the year of the Eel?
I reckon the Eels
Your grand final winner
is
is the Parramatta Eels. So there you go. Top 8, Storm, Eels, Panthers, Roosters, Rabbits, Canberra, Manly, Dragons, Parramatta Eels going up against the Panthers and the Eels winning the premiership. What do you think of the ladder predictor?
Sorry. To be honest, those rounds with tough games, tough decisions, it was hard picks in this one. But yeah, lots of different games, different rounds. But I had to say, like, how the way it's being presented, it's just absolutely real excruciating. But yeah,
And so the upset of the year, you're going with the Knights to beat the Storm.
yeah, I'm gonna have to say Knights will beat the Storm.
All right. Well, thank everyone, and thanks for getting me on as well.
Yeah. Anyway, I thank Entertain Us for doing this in the part of featuring him. And obviously, thanks guys for watching this video. Hope you guys stay tuned for more. We'll be doing more videos coming to you guys very soon. Let's get up to 300 subscribers, guys. We're sitting on 214 anyway. But anyway, guys, I will be doing more videos coming to you guys very, very soon. So stay tuned for more. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.